Latifah, and you're watching CTV on the Higher Learning Network. Put your hand up.
The Female Solution Global Radio TV Show invites you to an invigorating conversation with our team of hosts Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Time. Start your week with Monday Morning Mindfulness with Zelda Speaks. Tuesdays, Self-Cell Care with Jody Susan. Wednesdays, Repairing Broken Families with Naima Latif and co-host Kareem Hamid. Thursdays, Soulful Solutions with Dr. Debbie Green. And Fridays, Health and Wellbeing with Beata. Saturdays, tune in 12 noon to 2 p.m. Central Time. First Saturday, Success Strategies with Jana. Second Saturday, Wendy Williams Esquire on relationships. Third Saturday, Move Around with Deborah. And fourth Saturday, Wisdom with Mama D. Join us Sundays, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time for Soul Purpose Healing with Beata. Call in and comment 515-605-9325. Press 1 to speak to the host and be a part of the solution.
Grand Rising, and thank you so much for joining me. I'm your host, Zelda Speaks, the stressologist. Any stress in your life? Well, most of us do. Unfortunately, we don't know what to do with that stress, especially as it relates to worry. I was once a worried about everything, and I finally figured it out with some training. Yeah, I've been certified with the American Society of Training and Development, National Speakers Association, and a host of others. But none of those organizations helped me stop worrying. They just gave me validation for the public to see what credentials I have. So the credentials I have now are from life experience, and I've learned how not to worry. And you can learn how not to worry too, because it is indoctrinated in us to worry. We don't have the answers, so we think the worst is going to happen. Well, I got a solution to that, and that is the Worry Workshop. So I'm going to pull that up for you on my blog. Why do you worry when you don't have to? Go to my blog, zeldaspeaks.wordpress.com, and you can sign up right there and find out how you. And remember, sharing is caring. If you care about yourself and your loved ones, help them see their way out of a mess. Give them the gift. It makes a great birthday gift. It makes a great holiday gift. So instead of running to the store getting something that they really might not need, give them a worry-free life. Give them the gift of a worry-free existence. And thanks for sharing. Make it a great day. Grand Rising, and thank you so much for joining me today. It is Monday, November already. Can you believe it? It's Monday, November 20th. Happy Earth Day, birthday, born day. We're just here to start your day off, your week off, with stress relief. Coming up at 7:15 a.m. So be sure and share this video with someone. Welcome to Monday Morning Mindfulness, your stress relief session. I'm Zelda Speaks, your host. And today we're discussing, will you pay full price shopping this holiday? That's the question. And if you are living in anywhere where you're paying full price, you're paying too much. And we'll be talking about that. And we'll be joined by international businesswoman Zoe Ma. She's been on the show before. Got lots of calls about her. So you be sure and hang around. Excuse me. Hang around. You'll be glad you did. If you're listening online, thank you so much for joining us on our social media channels, YouTube and Facebook and Podbean. We welcome our new listeners, and Apple Music and Spotify and all the others. And you have all the updates on my blog at zeldaspeaks.wordpress.com. If you are headed out and about this morning, you always know that it is crazy, crazy, crazy in the morning. And we are always trying to give you what it is you need before you leave the door, before your feet hit the floor and you're running out the door. of me time first thing in the morning. But if you are already going and you're headed out in traffic, do know that traffic is congested. It always is. That's just a fact of life. If you are a business owner or an entrepreneur, iTex is the way to go. And be sure and get your $100 shopping immediately to go shopping just by mentioning the promo code, which is ZELDA, ZELDA. Always giving thanks to the ancestors, Richard McGee, Herb Kit, Cool Jet, Yvonne Daniels, Jackie Hasselreed. Well, she's still here, so, but still giving kudos because the generation of jocks that we grew up with are leaving the planet. I went to the memorial this past weekend of Denise Jordan Walker, my mentor, who trained me about the evils of this industry. So I was blessed to be able to go to her memorial and say something. And you'll see that information. You probably see it on my Facebook page, as well as my blog. So check it out. Condolences rather, to the family of Denise Jordan Walker. And it was an honor to be there and to speak. And just know that your life made a difference. And it still is. So thank you, Denise Jordan Walker. And also thank you, Dr. Marshall Noble, Dr. Marsha Noble of Jazz and You. She's on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And she has this Bid Whiz Bopping and Stepping every third Saturday of the month. And I was committed to that, so I had to attend. I gave my word. That's what we do back in the day. We gave our word. Anyway, that was wonderful. You'll see information about that on our social media pages, as well as my blog too, zeldaspeaks.wordpress.com. Excuse me, as we take a look at traffic, it's cooler side of the week. Breezy, high in the 40s today. Right now at O'Hare Midway, it's 45. Steady rain tonight, so take an umbrella if you're going to be out late. On the Metro, 103rd Street station closes today. So if you are taking Metro, you might want to find an alternate route. CTA, the yellow line, has been suspended due to issues there. And the number 97 bus is an alternate route to Skokie and Dempster. As it is the last week of construction on the Kennedy Expressway. It ends the end of the month. Right now, inbound on the Kennedy, it's 35, 20 on the reverse. Closed ramps continue on Armitage entrance and the North Avenue exit. But division is now open. So as we take a look at the Edens, 27 in, 17 out. On the Eisenhower, 37 minutes in, 24 out. On the Stevenson, 28 in, 16 out. And on the Bishop Ford, 12 and 11. Lakeshore, DuSable Lakeshore Drive, 10 minutes in, 9 minutes out. And a AAA travel advisory, early start, like tomorrow, Tuesday, or even Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, because Wednesday is going to be crazy. So do expect that. So if you are headed to anywhere in the world, you might not want to do it on Wednesday because it's going to be crazy on the roads. That's just a fact of life. If you are diabetic, or think you might be diabetic, or know someone who already is, then send them to diabeticdonut.com and get the information there on how I reverse type 2 diabetes. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Trust me when I tell you. Remember to set those DVRs for the Higher Learning Network TV show, which airs Tuesdays at 6, Wednesdays at 1 on Channel 19, 24/7 on the World Wide Web. And you can also, what do they say? Set your DVR. Tell I don't have one, right? Your word for the day does not come from Mike House yet, but your word for the day comes from my travel partner, Darlene, who we will be broadcasting live from Jamaica the second Monday in December. So remember last time my broadcast said Jamaica, Georgia? Well, I was in Georgia, but I had so much fun. I said it was I was in Jamaica, Georgia, because I've always wanted to go to Georgia. Anyway, so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So I'll be there for real this time. All right, as we take a look at the word for the day from Daryl Lynn Kelly, my travel partner, it comes from Psalms 95, 1 and 2. Oh, come, let us sing unto the Lord. Let us make a joyful noise to the rock of our salvation. Let us come before his presence with thanksgiving and make a joyful noise unto him with psalms. So that's what we're doing this morning. We're making a joyful noise because a joyful noise is what will help us keep our sanity. Okay, so you just might want to keep that in mind. So it is the time of morning where we prepare ourselves where we have Monday morning mindfulness meditation, because when you hit the floor, you are running out the door, and chances are you haven't taken the time to go within. So that's what this is all about. So as we have our Monday morning mindful meditation, I want to share with you the oil of the day that I'm using. And today it's called a very strange name. It's called helichrysum. You ever heard of that? Helichrysum, or restoring jojoba oil. And in case you don't know what that is, let me pull that up and share it with you. And it tells you exactly what helichrysum is. It says in these countries, flowers and leaves are the most used parts in the treatment of health disorders such as allergies, colds, cough season, skin, liver, and gallbladder disorders. Inflammation, which we all have because of this SAD diet, the standard American diet that we eat with all the chemicals and dairy products. And you see me sniffling this morning. I had some pizza yesterday, and I'm paying for it today. Inflammation, infections, and sleepiness. So that is your oil for the day. And that oil can be purchased anywhere on the planet. And if you want to participate with the Female Solution, you can get it from our Tuesday host, which is Jody Susan of Susan Essentials, in which she will be starting at another time. But Zoe Ma will be joining us this morning at 7, after the 7:30 break. And but until then, you can get this helichrysum oil. So we always want to start our meditation by just taking a little drop. Just a drop. There you go. Just one little drop, because it's very potent. And we want to rub it in our hands. And then we want to inhale it. How about that? Turn that down just a little bit too loud. Did you get your oil? Did you rub your hands in the oil? And then inhale. I think I need another one. So you put 2 drops. You put how many you want, but I really like this one. So, and I know what it's good for, especially after I ate that pizza last night. So let's inhale. Through the nose, not through the mouth, through the nose. Helichrysum. I am releasing the inflammation in my body. That's the affirmation for the day. I am releasing inflammation in my body. As we breathe in and blow it out through the mouth. Calming sensation of the body already. Cut it down just a teeny weeny bit so you can hear me. And the birds. How about that? Inhale deeply. And that's all we do is inhale and exhale. Ooh, let's do that again. That feels good. Inhale deeply. And exhale. So what you will do is close your eyes. You are not looking at me, but the inside of your eyelids. Close them. And from time to time, you'll hear this sound. And that sound is just a reminder for your brain to come back and focus on the breath. Because your brain is focusing on your to-do list, getting out the door on time, taking care of the kids, fixing breakfast, getting to school, gym, yada, yada, yada. Not right now. Right now, it's your time. That's why we breathe in, hold it, and breathe out. Oh, that feels so good. See, if you're taking a deep enough breath, you will feel that sensation all up in here, and it just feels so good. So let's do it again. Inhale deeply. Hold it. And exhale. And this time when we breathe in, let's take that energy all the way up to the top of the head because we're going to bring it all the way down to the tip of the toes. So let us inhale deeply. And as we exhale, see the power of the breath moving down through the forehead, the face, down through the chin, and landing on the shoulders. As we get a little movement in the shoulders this morning. Yes, get a little movement backwards and forwards. And stretch. Yes. Oh, that feels good. And simply stretch. Well, I got a high back chair here so I can turn around. Squeeze those inner organs. Yeah, wake them up. Let them know you're up this morning. Got some work to do. As we turn around and we stretch. And we're still breathing. Oh, yeah, we're still breathing. Oh, righty now. And we breathe in. And as we exhale, we allow the energy of the breath to move down through the heart space because it is the heart that tells the brain what to do. Because there was a heart and the brain works together. The heart says, breathe in, Zelda. And as you breathe out, sending love, light, and energy down through the chest, the solar plexus, the sides, and the back, and the hip, as we continue to just breathe in and enjoying that breath, because somebody somewhere is on a respirator, and look at you, breathing all on your own. Hallelujah. As we inhale. And as we exhale, sending more love, light, and energy down through the legs, the thighs, and the knees. Yes, love those glorious knees. And I will be walking immediately after this show is over. Got to get my walk in. All my singers, we played Bid Whist on Tuesdays, and baby, we sit all day. So I have to walk before I go, and I hope you do too. Get a little older, you'll understand as we breathe in. And as we breathe out, sending more love, light, and energy down through the legs and the ankles and the arches and the heels and the top and bottom of the feet and the toes. Yes, feel free to wiggle those toes as we breathe in. Giving thanks for love, light, and energy of the feet as we bring love and light and energy back up through the feet, through the ankles. And the legs, and the knees, and the hips, and the thighs. As we roll, move from side to side. Doing the higher learning hip roll. That's what we do, because we move. We as seniors, we have to move. You ain't doing nothing but rocking back and forth in that chair, baby. Move, okay? As we breathe in. Sending more love, light, and energy back up through the airways, through the chest and the arms. And bringing that breath back up through the face and the forehead. We give thanks for the power of the breath. Because it is the breath that keeps us in times of chaos and confusion. We give thanks as we breathe in. That we are always at the right place, at the right time, doing the right thing. You see, because when you start your day with the breath work, you are giving honor to the Creator. You are tapping into the power that you were born with, that you have developed over the years. When things get tough, what do? You go in prayer. Well, this is a form of prayer because it's a power experience. As we breathe in, we give thanks for the power of the breath because the heart energy is more powerful than the brain energy. And it is the energy of the breath that will keep you calm and peaceful in times of chaos and confusion. Because somebody somewhere is waiting to snap on you. But because you have taken the time to do the breathing and they go off, especially if they're all up in your face like this, you simply start breathing. And then, you blow it out. And if you got a little funk on your breath, like you got to brush your teeth, some garlic, some onion, or some food stuck between your teeth, when you blow it out, they'll smell it. And they'll be like, oh, okay, I think I'm going to back up off of her. I'm going to leave her alone. Oh, she kind of funky. But they'll leave you alone. And you continue breathing. And they're really going to think you're crazy. But it's all part of the process to get them out of your space, out of your head, and send them with their drama on to another place. And that's what your Monday morning mindfulness meditation is all about. And it is this meditation that will keep you in times of chaos and confusion. So let's breathe in one more time. Inhale deeply. And exhale. Now just close your eyes. Keep your eyes closed. I want you to experience, to just feel that, what that feels like. You see, because short breaths, when you take short breaths, you're in the fight or flight syndrome, and that's not the place you want to be. You want to be in a peaceful syndrome. That's why you take these long, deep breaths and just sit there and breathe. If you only do it for 5 minutes, you want to do it in 5-minute increments. Eventually, you can get up to 20, 30 minutes, an hour. I spend an hour every morning on me because I know for a fact I've lived long enough to know that there's some chaos and confusion right around the corner. And it might even be in your house. Don't even have to be around the corner. That's why we do what? We breathe in and we breathe out. We breathe in and we breathe out. And that is your Monday morning mindfulness meditation. And it will keep you. I promise you. You have just alerted all the systems in your body, your nervous system, your endocrine system. Was about 20, 30 of them. I don't know them all. But I know there's the digestive system, because we all eat, right? The assimilation system, because it has to be broken down and stored in the gallbladder and the liver and the pancreas and whatever else it does in there. And the elimination system, because some of us are constipated. And I ain't want to gossip, so you ain't here for me, but you need some Nopalina or some sea moss. And you can contact me afterwards to talk about that. Or you can always send a text and put constipation in the subject area. So you can always text Monday Morning Mindfulness if you'd like to join our e-list where we send you out weekly information. Just keep abreast of what's going on in the world of mindfulness. You can text us at 312-383-9749. That's 312-383-9749. And that is your Monday morning mindfulness meditation. And I hope you enjoyed it because I certainly enjoyed sharing it with you. It is the time of mourning that we spend with ourselves because we appreciate ourselves. And when we appreciate ourselves, we make time for ourselves, right? Yes, of course we do. That's why we do what we do. Because we have been blessed with the gift of breath, and how we manage that breath, how we purposefully manage that breath will send a signal to the universe of how we are operating. And I invite you to join us today. Feel free to post your comments, your suggestions, your thoughts on our YouTube and Facebook page, Higher Learning TV Show. And as we go to the lines, Daryl Frierson. Good morning, cuz. Hey, cuz. Daryl, thank you so much for contacting me. Lord have mercy, we just went to Uncle Jimmy's funeral a couple of months ago. I think it was 2-3 months ago. And I saw my cousin, like I saw cousin Daryl. And then I get a text day before yesterday that cousin Wendell passed. I just saw him 2 months ago. He wasn't even sick. He was not sick. So that I said that to say this. You have people in your life that you have not talked to. Just call them and say hi, because you never know when that might be the last conversation that you have with them. So thank you for that reminder. Thank you, cousin Daryl. I appreciate that you sharing that information. Wow. Lord have mercy. They say the older you get, that the more funerals that you will attend. I don't do funerals, and I need to quit lying and saying I don't do funerals, because I do. I sign the book. But when it's kinfolk, you kind of expect it to go. And if I feel like going, I'll go. It just depends on the frame of mind I'm in. So I just want to share that with you. So if you have some loved ones, please check on them. It is 7:28. We're coming up on our first commercial break. And if you know of someone who shops, and I know we all do, it is time that we take back our power, because we have been bamboozled. That's a good word for it. We've been suckered into shopping, and we don't have to. We don't have to shop. We can take that money and do something positive with it. And that's what this show is all about. So as we go to break, I want to share this with you, because one of the things that we do at the Higher Learning Network is we're always looking for ways to raise funds for the homeless. And if you have not seen the work that we do for the homeless, I am going to share it with you. How about that? That is why we ask you for your donations to help feed them, because we can't do it alone. This is a community effort. So if you go to our Instagram page, it's Instagram.com, hln.homeless.project. And here's one of the videos that I'll share with you. You can go see the others on your own, because there's plenty of them. Grand Rising, just want to say thank you for saving our life, for picking somebody up who's homeless and with no water and with no food. So that's why I'm parked here in front of McDonald's, waiting for them to bring out breakfast this morning. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep the donations coming. Just know that you're making a difference. And tax-deductible donations go to higherlearningnetwork.org. So just know that your money is being used wisely. We thank you. And share this video, because somebody else somewhere is hungry or wants to donate. But thank you for sharing. Make it a great Saturday. And Grand Rising, just want to say thank you. Okay, so I said thank you, and I said it twice. So thank you so very much for being mindful. And thank you for your donations. They're always tax deductible via higherlearningnetwork.org. And speaking of higherlearningnetwork.org, we have the Global Virtual Teen Talent Contest, which is every last Saturday of the month. So, as we go to commercial break, let me remind you, you've got teens 13 to 19 who would want to be in the Global Virtual Teen Talent Contest. This is
Hey there, talented teens. Are you ready to showcase your skills and potentially win cash prizes and scholarships? We're excited to announce our Global Virtual Teen Talent Contest, where you can enter by submitting a 1-minute video of your unique talent. Here's how to participate. 1. Record a 1-minute video of yourself performing your talent. 2. Share the video on TikTok. Include the hashtag Global Virtual Teen Talent Contest. 3. Tag 3 friends who also have amazing talents. Submit your video by the deadline. We can't wait to see all of the amazing talents that you have to offer. Remember to be creative and have fun with it. The top talents will be selected by a panel of judges and will be announced shortly after. So don't wait, start filming, and good luck.
And also, unmute myself. This thing keeps muting me, so I have to unmute myself. Last but not least. And that is for the t-shirts that you can view on our site, higherlearningnetwork.org. So be sure and check it out. Thanks to Baba Kwame Sunhorse, who gave me the idea to do that. So let's take a break. We'll be right back with Zoe Mara.
What if you could live to be 120 years old and remain active, healthy, alert, and vibrant? Our bodies are made up of cells that are constantly rejuvenating. So if we take proper care of ourselves, we can literally defy aging. Join us every Tuesday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time to learn about self-care from Tisan Essentials on the Female Solution Blog Talk Radio Show. Learn how to help your body and yourself feel rejuvenated each day through proper nutrition, sleep, frequency medicine, and many unconventional methods of self-care. I'm Jody Tisan. Join me and my amazing guests by calling in at 515-605-9325 and press 1 to speak. We'll help you achieve a breakthrough in your health today.
Are you constantly arguing with yourself? Are your children misbehaving and acting out? Is someone in your family abusing good? Have you been victim of domestic violence? Are you grieving the loss of a loved one? Let us help you restore serenity to your life. At Serenity Family Social Services, we understand that good mental health is a result of emotional well-being. Our goal is to assist you and your family in removing emotional distress and restoring harmony and balance to your lives. We offer individual, couples, and family counseling. I'm Howard Williams, CEO of Serenity Family Social Services. Call today at 312-315-4820. That's 312-315-4820.
Do you worry about finances, family, health, job, relationships? Are you in pain? Do you feel stuck? If you answer yes to any of these questions, help is available. Don't worry, you're not alone. It's part of the human process. You only feel this way because you haven't mastered the voices in your head. No hype, just down-to-earth, solid, workable tools and techniques that you can practice daily. It's one of food for the soul. Whether you want to learn how not to worry about anything, whether it's type 2 diabetes, commercial birth, promote your product or service, or just make extra money. To take advantage of the deal of the day, go to zeldaspeaks.com or call 212-409-6619. Mention promo code Happiness Solution and get free shipping. That's zeldaspeaks.com or 312-409-6619. Stop worrying today. Visit zeldaspeaks.com.
And welcome back to Monday Morning Mindfulness. I'm your host, Zelda Speaks. And as you can see on the screen, it is Shopping with Zoe Ma. Well, who is Zoe Ma? Well, you are about to find out. This lovely lady is someone that I met, was it just this year or was it last year? I think it was this year, wasn't it, Zoe? Hi, Zoe. Welcome to the Female Solution.
Yeah, I think we met this year with Willie Wilson's campaign.
Yes, it was this year.
Yeah, I think the first time we actually talked directly when he has an announcement, a press release in the city hall.
Yes. That's
And
exactly
I
what we
I
met.
spoke there too.
Yes. And you did a promo for the Higher Learning Network. We appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm so glad to be on this show.
Yes, you are. And we're going to have you on this show for a while because the audience knows now that you will be debuting on Tuesday.
Yes,
December 5th.
I'm so excited.
Yes, we're excited too because Jody Susan, who's now on, she has another, I think, is it one more week? Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow. I'm sorry, tomorrow. And then you'll be following up on December 5th. And you look beautiful this morning.
Thank you.
Oh, you're looking gorgeous this morning. I know that's easy for you to do because you just wake up and look good in the morning.
No. I barely pulled myself out. I said, okay.
Well, we can't tell. We cannot tell that there was a struggle this morning. You look beautiful. So just know that. And I know you've got a very limited time with us this morning. You have to leave at 8:00, correct?
Yeah, I have to, be on the road to take my son between these hours, and I can be back after 8:30.
Okay, because Naima will be joining us at 8:00, and then all three of us will be together at 8:30. But the question is, will you pay full price for everything this holiday? And that's the question that I'm posing to the audience. Will you pay full price? Well, and Zoe is here to tell us why we don't have to pay full price. Well, tell us, Zoe, why is that?
Well, in today, right now, there's so many opportunities that you actually be a very smart shopper. There's a lot of good deals. And when you do comparative shopping, there's some major shopping site that you frequent can actually give you a big rip-off. I think we probably just find out last week with one item I recommended at the price on one side was almost 3 times the price, 2 or 3 times, and people don't know about it. So that's why now I'm going to, with my show, I'm going to present the opportunity to find out how you can connect with the manufacturer directly to cut off all the middleman. Yes. So you don't have to pay the full price when everybody else paid those price. And so now it's your opportunity. Not only you can buy products at a price that to your benefit, and on top of that, you actually can be your own shop owner, make some good money. Yes. Improve your own life instead of improve someone else's life. That's right. Because that's what we've been trained to do since birth, is to shop till you drop. We even have logos and slogans for it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But we're paying 2, 3, 4 times the amount. Yes. And that's not to our benefit. No, not at all. So we have to ask ourselves the question, why have we allowed ourselves to be conditioned to overpay for things that don't cost that much? Why do we do that, Zoe?
because we listen to 2579 3226 24/7 on the internet that tells us we need to shop because what we already have is no good because it's old. So we need to shop for new. And since we're going to shop for new, we may as well spend all the money we have. Wrong answer.
Yeah, I think, of course, the retailer is going to tell you this is the best product. You need to update yourself. You make it good. But actually, we should not be misled by them. We should form our own style, our own taste, and then go to our own source.
Absolutely. And we can't do that if we don't have that information, though, can we?
Yes, but in the past, the retailer control all the information where they will not tell you where they got their product.
Oh no!
But for the past 30 years, we all know those products are made outside the United States, and they pay pennies.
Yes, pennies
on a dollar, and then but they sell you that. How Walmart has come into such name in the past 30 years. I remember when I first came to the United States 30 years ago, I did not know much about Walmart. But Walmart made a new revolution in the retail industry, which is Walmart actually single-handedly almost manufacture in China, everything made in China. Because they went to China 30 years ago and tell the Chinese factories, you made this product at below your cost. And they dictate. They train the Chinese manufacturers to manufacture goods at a very affordable price, almost like I think it's 10 cents out of a dollar. So your main Walmart and the Walmart's, type of retailers charge 90% out of the $1.
Isn't that something? And you hear that and you think, wow, I am really being taken advantage of. And I don't even know it. Well, now you know it, so you have no excuse. There is no way that you can take this information and not share it, especially if you're an entrepreneur or business owner, but especially if you're a consumer. Yes, go ahead, Zoe.
Well, not only everyone can be a good consumer, and everybody can be their own Walmart.
Ah, did you hear that? You, the ones who are listening right now, you can be your own Walmart. Well, Walmart's not going to tell you that. How's that possible, Zoe?
Well, all those people who had all those factories in China that has been manufacturing for goods for America, they come up with many products that you cannot believe. And then you can find that yourself and bring to your own friends and family and your own circle of customers.
I'm so glad you said friends and family, because lots of times I've learned over the years that if you have a very big family, like lots of cousins and nieces and nephews, and you're all buying products, instead of everybody running to the store, run to the family store.
Yes.
And get deep discounts.
Exactly. You can group buy.
Yes.
For your whole family.
Group buy. Did you hear? Who ever heard of such thing? Group buy. Because in America, we're taught to be individuals. I got mine, you get yours. But the consciousness outside of America is like, oh, maybe not. Maybe we should do as group, as family, save lots of money.
Yeah. You can, and then you can enjoy. Now you can enjoy those products, and on the same time, you are helping your family saving money and explore new opportunities.
Yes, and we are not in the habit of saving as much as we are in the habit of spending. So if and when we decide to adopt a new mindset as that of a family business, we will see things change. Things like family gatherings at sometimes during the holidays, we bring up old matters that keeps the family divided. But what if we talked about shopping at Thanksgiving dinner?
Mm-hmm.
What if we talked about getting all the children what they want and getting the adults what they want, and we did that at a family store? Now that's power. That's some power.
Yep.
That's the kind of conversations that we can have. And it doesn't matter what your ethnicity is, doesn't matter what your gross income is, because saved money is saved money. It doesn't matter how much money you have. If you have a lot and you're spending it all unnecessarily, is it really a lot of money? Are you getting the best bang for your buck? I guess that's what I should say. Yeah.
And also, you don't have to rack out the credit card debt.
Let's talk about that credit card debt. Say that, Zoe. Yes, please. Yes.
You know, yeah, I think a lot of people, they have to spend more. And then because they don't have all the cash available, they use credit cards.
Yes.
So if you can shop with your money and to satisfy all your, give the wonderful presents to your family without incur a dime on the credit card.
Mm-hmm.
Won't you that be, you're going to have a great, happy holiday, right? You don't have to spend the next year just pay off your credit card debt.
Yes. I am so glad you said that, Zoe, because as of lately, since I've been talking to you, I have been practicing that. And I paid off the only one credit card that I have. And I'm so glad I did, because I had an emergency with our car, and it was like $5,000 worth of work that had to be done. And it's like, wow, if I had not paid off that credit card, I don't know where we would be.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been using cash, and you are much more mindful when you're using cash or your Zelle or Venmo or whatever you're using. So that plays a big role in your finances. And we're not taught finances in this country. Why do you think that is, Zoe?
I think because the society is built on consumers, and then the consumerism drive profits for the big corporations. Okay, if you all save, how are those big corporations going to make money?
Right.
They want you to overspend yourself.
Yes.
And then incur credit card debt.
Yes.
So you are actually enslaved. Again.
We're mental slaves.
Mm-hmm.
And we become physical slaves as well, because we're mentally tied down to the fact that we're in so much debt you can't sleep at night. My husband just said, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way this system is designed. I just got a text from Baba Kwame Sunhorse, and I want to speak on this for just a moment. I love what it says is the elders' meditation. In these times, November 20th, in these modern times, we put too much emphasis on material things and on money. Say that, Baba Kwame Sunhorse. We believe that money is power. That's the first lie, that money is power. Power is an inside job. It's not an outside job, but that's what they teach us. So that's what we know. I digress. If we have money, people will respect us. No, they don't. If we have money, people will admire us. Yes, they do, because that's what we've been taught. If we have money, we can have anything we want. Maybe we can purchase anything in the material world, but we cannot purchase anything in the unseen world. The unseen world is not for sale. Let me say that again. Oh, that's powerful. The unseen world is not for sale. It can only be given away. Wow. Love, affection, admiration, trust, respect, commitment. These must be earned or given away. If we use these things from the unseen world, we are using real power. My Creator, let me demonstrate your power today. Let me be loving to all I meet. Wow, Baba Kwame, Grand Rising. Thank
Great.
you very much.
Well,
Money cannot buy affection. Grand Rising.
money
And
cannot buy happiness.
mm-mm,
You see so many rich people, they have tons of money.
miserable as heck.
Yeah.
Miserable. I was watching a series. I can't remember the name of it. A lady whose family, who she grew up in a wealthy family, and she despised her mother and father because of that. They were always shopping. They had no time for her, and she learned she had a trigger anytime she saw a black Mercedes Benz. It was a trigger for her. But I hate those people because that's what her dad drove, and they had chauffeurs and house butlers and yada yada yada, and she was so miserable. And so you think people who have lots of money are happy? No, they're not.
Mm-mm.
It's the farthest thing from the truth.
It's a facade.
Yes, exactly.
Money can buy facade, cannot buy happiness.
No. Mm-mm.
A lot of people, they cover themselves with a facade, maybe fancy clothes, luxury jewelry, fancy cars. They want to present to other people they are happy.
Yes.
With their facade, but they are not.
Right.
We know so many people commit suicide. They become drug addicts.
Yes.
They become alcoholic.
Yes.
Why they are doing that? Even they are rich people doing that.
Yes.
Why?
They medicate. They wake up with a drink in the morning.
Because they are not happy.
No.
All the money in the world they have, they are not happy. Means their money worth nothing.
Nothing.
To them. Zero. Yes.
And who would think that? I got all this money and I'm still not happy. What's wrong with me? Then you get depressed and you got to go see a psychotherapist, a psychiatrist. There's nothing wrong with talking to a therapist about what's going on with life. Let the record show that's not what I'm saying you should not do. I'm saying you should talk to whoever you need to talk to. But the point is like, I got all this money. I want to know why I'm not happy. Mm-hmm. Because you're looking on the outside. You're covering up the inside, which is the inside, which needs to be developed. Hence, Monday morning mindfulness breath work is all about the breath work. How many rich and famous people do you know who get up and spend the first hour of their day, the first 5 minutes of their day before their feet hit the floor? They're running out the door. Their mind is running out the door of all the things that they have to do. That's why we play this little bong, so to speak, a little sound bell to remind us to bring our thoughts back to the center, to the creator within us that guides us and guards us and directs us. Because this world will have you going upside down, topsy-turvy, because you have a credit card and you can go shopping with it.
It's all like a distraction. Money is actually distraction.
A distraction. That's a perfect word for it, Zoe. Yes. Go ahead.
Distraction from yourself.
A wise woman once said, it is a distraction from yourself, from the truth of who you are. You don't need all these adornments to look good or to feel good. You put on an old raggedy t-shirt and still feel. That's what my former landlord taught me. He was like in his 80s or 90s, I don't remember. But he wore the same shirt and pants all week. His wife died, so I'm on the second floor, he on the first floor, and he got sick. And I always wondered why he wore the same clothes all the time. And I was like, I know he has money because he owns this property. He drives old raggedy car. And he got sick, and I had to take him to the bank. I had never seen that many zeros in a bank account in my life. So I asked myself the question, why does he dress the way he dressed? Because he had not been conditioned to think that he has to wear a 2-piece, 3-piece suit or any designer clothing every day. And that really left an imprint on my mind. And it goes to show that people who are always dressed up, dressed to kill, looking good. And that's not to say they don't have money, but it's just that your outer appearance is often a reflection of what's going on in here, especially if you don't feel good about yourself. And that's what they teach us. We don't feel good unless we spend money.
Yeah. No, you don't have to.
And lots of it. And lots of it.
And it's become a vicious cycle. It's become addiction.
Addiction is a good word. Yes, ma'am.
It's an addiction, and then addiction not going to solve any of your issues. So we have to find ourselves. Find the love of God to me.
Yes, ma'am.
And then I have peace. I don't, I told my friends, I said, I'm going to wear all my clothes until my 70s. I don't, I said, I don't want to spend. I don't need to. I live a very simple life. I want to live a very simple life. I don't like shopping.
I thought I was the only one. Thank you, Zoe.
I don't normally go shopping at all.
I hate it. And I can't believe I once loved it. Now I can't stand it. It's like I don't want to go to the store. There's too many crazy people out here, especially at Walmart.
Yeah, but it's almost the same clothes. It may be a different color. So why do we need that?
Right.
I mean, we're happy with ourselves. Why we need another piece of clothes to cover us?
Because that's what we've been taught.
It's actually beauty and happiness is coming within.
Happiness is an inside job. And they're teaching us that happiness is an outside job. And it is not. I don't care how much money you have. How often do we see people that are really wealthy that have 3, 4, 5 prescription bottles in their closet? Why are they taking those? To calm themselves down, to make them feel good. So it just goes to show you that the shopping is not the answer. It's the shopping on the inside that matters. How do you go shopping on the inside, Zoe?
Meditate. In the Word of God.
You meditate on the Word. You meditate to activate. And that's what we say here on the Female Solution and the Higher Learning Network. If you want to connect to the power source that is within you, that will make you take a look at all of this and go, maybe not. Meditate to activate the power that is within you. Well, Zoe, it is 1 minute before the 8 o'clock hour, in which we know that you have to go. So, but you'll be back after the 8:30 break.
Yep.
Leave us with a word of thought before you go for those who are watching who don't really understand the power of their cash dollars. And their credit, for that matter.
I feel those is almost another form of demon try to take yourself away from you.
Ooh.
I mean, that's how I see it. We have to treat credit card. It's just for convenience that you don't. It's best way to build your credit, but you paid it off next month. If you don't have money to pay it off when the balance due, don't do it.
Don't do it.
You need to control your credit card as much as you control yourself. When you can actually control yourself, you are in control of your own life. That's where you find your happiness.
Yes. When you are in control and you are not dependent on anything or anyone.
No.
Thank you so very much, Zoe. We greatly appreciate you. It is 8 o'clock. We thank you, and we look forward to having you back here. Naima will be joining us very shortly, and we'll see you back here at 8:30 after you drop your son off. What's his name?
Joshua.
Joshua. Tell Joshua hi from the Female Solution.
Okay, I will do. Thank you.
All right, we'll see you, Zoe. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you for staying here with us here on the Female Solution. We will be joined by our very own executive producer, Naima Latif, coming up very shortly as we take our second commercial break want to remind you that we do what we do because we care about those who are listening. And we invite you to continue to help us do the work here on the Female Solution as we go to our next.
Do you want to live in a world without war? Join our global peace movement. Healthy culture, world peace, and restoration of right transcend culture, religion, ideology, and other boundaries to achieve peaceful harmony in the global society. HWPL is committed to bringing world peace and cessation of war through peaceful dialogue between religious groups. I'm Director Shin Kim of HWPL Chicago branch of North America. Join us for our next gathering. Call 773-580-1501 and be a part of the movement for world peace. Email us at chicagohwpl@gmail.com.
Oh man, I sent the monthly sun bill today. This sunlight is really expensive, especially during the season. I'll probably have to work overtime to pay it.
Well, you better pay it on time. We don't want the sun to go out and we're sitting up here all day in the dark. Wouldn't it be terrible if God charged us for sunlight? Well, thank God, the light and heat from the sun is free. So why are we paying such high bills for the energy we use in our homes? Because we don't know how to use solar energy, the free energy from the sun. You can convert your regular home to a solar energy home and save tremendously on your electric bill. Take a look at your electric bill. Wouldn't you like to reduce or possibly even eliminate that cost altogether? Let one of our solar consultants show you how. Call today, 312-849-3456. And schedule a free consultation. That's 312-849-3456.
Hi, this is John Alexander.
And I'm Diane Bushy. Meet people like you who are making a positive difference in the world. Watch us every day on the Media Connection at www.youtube.com/themediaconnection.tv. There are people who choose to make a positive difference in the world. Our job is to bring you their stories to motivate you to do the same. Join us each week, host John Alexander and Naima Latif, as we bring you the educators, entertainers, elected officials, religious leaders, and community activists whose works are transforming this world. Find out how you can make a difference too. Be inspired. Watch the Media Connection. Mondays at 5 p.m. and Tuesdays at 12 noon on cable.
Look under your cover.
19.
See if you left them over there.
In other cities, check your local cable district.
Grand Rising. And thank you for joining us back here on the Female Solution. I'm your host, Zelda Speaks. Welcome to Monday Morning Mindfulness on the Higher Learning Network TV show, which airs Tuesdays at 6, Wednesdays at 1 on Channel 19, and 24/7 on the World Wide Web. Be sure and join us for Professional Podcast Training 101 at higherlearningnetwork.org/resources. And if you are just joining the show, know that we are being joined by our Monday Morning Mindfulness Well, I guess I'm the producer. She's not the producer. She's the producer of the Female Solution. So welcome to the stage, our very own Naima Latif.
Well, grand rising to everybody on this wonderful Monday morning. And I am so excited.
Yes.
We are expanding and growing. And we're looking forward to Tuesdays where we're going to shop with Zoe.
Yes, baby.
So exciting. Well, we do pay too much for a lot of things. And there are a lot of products on the market that we have no idea exist. So we'll get a chance to kind of upgrade our lives as we get introduced to a lot of these new products. Plus, we've got some wonderful things that we're introducing on the Female Solution. And I'm really, really excited about our growth and expansion. We'll be at the end of December launching the on-air TV network. And so the shows that you see here on the Female Solution, you'll see them on our TV network. Our hosts are expanding. Jody's moving to Drive Times, and you'll see her on our on-air TV network. And of course, some of our other hosts have expanded. They're doing some fantastic shows. Our Thursday host, Dr. Debbie, has a show that you want to make sure you tune into in the evenings. And we'll hear more about that because it's really an opportunity for you to get some serious therapy. So we're going to be hearing more about her RISE program. And we really want you to be engaged with people who are helping to raise the vibration on planet Earth, people who have shows that can raise your consciousness and get you to think differently, because we are in the process of creating the new earth that we will be experiencing. So it starts with what you put in your mind. It starts with how you think. And once you free your mind, you can create so many things. And that's why I'm excited about Zoe's show, because this is creativity. This is how you can make life better. So when people come up with new gadgets, inventions, or even ways of eating that cleanse the body, it makes life better for us. And that's what we're introducing. So I am just so excited. 2024 is going to be a fantastic year. So get ready.
Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready.
Yes.
Some minister used to say that. I don't remember who it was.
Somebody. I remember hearing that. I gotta think about it, but it'll come to me. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember either. What was the minister's name with the slick hair back in the day?
And you talking about? Are you talking about not Reverend Knight?
Reverend Knight, yes. Was it him that used to say that?
It might have been. Might be.
You get ready. So get ready as we get ready to go to the phone line, 706-202. You are live on the Female Solution. The Female Solution. Grand Rising, Baba Kwame. Sun Horse.
Grand Rising, and assalamu alaikum to my sister Naima.
Walaikum salam.
I hear progress on the Female Solution. But
Yes, absolutely.
looking at too, because consumer, and this is what you're going towards and looking at the consumer and having a knowledge, because the new air shifter is going to be giving us ways in which we can buy in bulk, we can cut out the middleman and that, because you have to look at consumer. And you look at the word, it's spelled C-O-N, cons, C-O-N-S, you and me. Cons, you and me. And that's what's advertised.
Oh.
Cons, it cons you and me into wanting to have all of these things. Are you in need of that, or do you want that? That's what consumerism is.
Wow.
And you have to look at how they con us. You and me. This is how advertisement works. It's the con, you and me, into are you in need of this or you want this?
Wow.
You look at that word. We constantly look at that word. And even, you started off with the meditation and you started off with the breath.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to look at what words are in that word. And it says the earth. The And the word earth is in EARTH.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Earth. Know how to be one with the earth.
Yes.
Because that's what gives you your breath.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So we have to learn how to change our language, because when you change your words, you change your thoughts.
That's right. That's right.
And that's the part that we're learning by having these Dr. Debbie Green. How do we deal with the psyche? The psyche is the word is not the origin of the word is means spirit or soul. How do you reconnect the soul to the mind? Because that's where the disconnection is at. The spirit is disconnected from the mind because we are formed in spirit, mind, body. The mind grows the body. The spirit is the essence of the creator source.
Mind grows the body.
That's why that elder's meditation was so on point today when I read it. And then your program was focused on this. It's because you hear me always say money stands for my own natural energy yield.
Yes.
How do we take our energy and what do we yield? Because we can become our own CEO. And that means CEO, not a chief executive officer, but a conscious energy organizer.
I love it.
Yeah, conscious energy organizer. That is brilliant. Yes.
That's the new CEO, baby.
Right. Become a CEO. Conscious energy organizer.
Our own CEO. A conscious energy organizer, because that's what money is. It's the energy, the natural energy we use to yield us, not to be conned in, con you and me. No, it's what I'm getting the resources I need.
Yes. That is the healthy way a society functions. You look at every other kingdom on the earth, whether it's the ant kingdom or the plant kingdom. I mean, from insects to plants to birds to animals that fly in the air, crawl on the ground. There is an organized way that they function. And it's a cooperative way that they function. We in the human family have to simply adopt that consciousness where we interact and we cooperate, and everybody can have what they need if we would be those CEOs, those conscious energy organizers, because everything that we do should enhance life for every other life form. So if we're conscious about that, then the way we trade and exchange our energy, our creativity, our creations, it should enhance life. In the ideal situation, there is no poverty, there is no suffering, there is no lack. Everyone is contributing to the whole and everybody is receiving. So it's a give and take. And when we have that thought in mind, then the way we even work together and doing trade, no one feels like they've been taken advantage of. No one feels like they're lacking the ability to get basic necessities. People are participating. And this is the kind of mindset that we need to create the new earth we're about to experience, where the consciousness is different. We're not thinking of how we can take advantage of somebody or take everything that they have or hoard everything so that we're wealthy and other people are struggling. No, it's an exchange. It's like the body flows and the blood is not being hoarded in the foot, because if it would, your foot would get diseased and it'd have to be amputated. So just as the body circulates blood, money is, like we said, energy. We're circulating it. We're giving, we're taking, we're adding to the collective. We're giving our skills, our talents, our creations, our inventions, and we're making life better, and it's an exchange. So that's the kind of mindset that we are putting forth here on the Female Solution, because this is the evolution to the next stage of development for our human family, where we're not looking at how we can have more than the next person or keep someone else from having what we have, or have people living in poverty and distress while we're wasteful in everything that we have because we really just want to feel like we're better than somebody. All that mindset is disappearing. So the new mindset is, what can I share with the rest of my earth family? Life is better for us all.
And that's with the breath. That's why I said the breath is be with earth. We are on earth. Earth provides us all that we're needing to have. The Creator doesn't need our money.
Sure doesn't.
You can't buy in the unseen. You cannot buy in the unseen. What currency do you use in the unseen world of the spirit?
Absolutely.
And so what we're having to do is understanding how we program our consciousness, because we are dealing with learned helplessness. We have PTSD, we got PTSS. We got to learn how to post-traumatic growth therapy. Post-traumatic growth. That's how we grow out of.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's a process because, as you've pointed out, we go through a programming process from birth. So we have to do a lot of deprogramming. The belief that you're not worthy of love unless you look a particular way, or you're not worthy of love unless you have certain things. You're not worthy of love unless you live in a certain kind of home. You're not worthy of love unless you have certain possessions. That has to be unlearned because it's false. That's a false way of thinking. You are worthy simply because you exist, and you exist because you're an asset to the whole. We are all cells in the body of God. So we all want to be healthy cells. No one wants cancer cells in their body. And if you do have cancer cells, you don't want to cut them out. You want them to be healthy. Any organ that you have in your body that's cancerous, you don't want to have to cut any parts of it out because you need all your parts. You want them to be healthy. So you want to restore the cancer cells to healthy cells. So anybody in our human family, anybody on earth that is misfunctioning, dysfunctional, you want them to be restored to health so they can contribute to the whole in a healthy way, in a balanced way. And that's the kind of mindset that we want to start raising our children with, so that they see themselves as valuable. They don't have to unlearn all the destruction of their self-esteem based on things that are incidental, material things, or things that are part of other people's way of thinking. We want our children to come into this world and be raised in a healthy manner where they see that they are already valuable because they exist. And so then their creativity can flourish. If we would not damage the minds of our children, can you imagine what they would create that would make life so much better for themselves and others if they didn't have all the repressive thoughts that you're being raised with, that you're not worthy? And we are looking forward to changing even that mindset as we launch our Parenting with Peace class. Because when we open the minds of our children, and we've seen this when we do our podcast training every week at Betty Pass, they have so many good ideas, and they're creative, and they're energetic, and they want to learn, and they're going to master this communication system so they can speak to their brothers and sisters all across the world and change the mindset so that we're not seeing anybody anywhere on the earth as an enemy. Everybody is part of the body of God. And that's how we're raising the next generation to see themselves and think of themselves and treat each other. And we'll see the transformation in our world, in our time.
In our time. So we don't have to leave the planet in order to be able to have the next generation talk about it. No, we're here with this generation now, and we are talking about it. And talking is what we do.
Is what we do.
Tony said, "Don't you ever get tired of talking?" I was like, "No."
Hey, you make your living talking. So hey, I gotta hone my craft.
There's some benefits to go with this big mouth. My godmother used to tell me all the time. She's like, "Girl, do you ever shut up?" And I was like, "I guess not, because I'm still talking." So that talking evolved into a career.
There you go.
So we all have natural gifts, talents, and abilities, and we can't allow others to come in and dictate what we do with those abilities. Because I could have shut down, I could have stopped talking, or talk less. I'm not Maya Angelou. I'm not going to shut up for 3, 4, 5, 6 years. I'm not going to do that.
No.
Yes, sir.
Could we, no, and talking and speaking, we have orators and we have authors. Orators and authors. It's most people that are authors can write all that's going on in their head.
Yes.
Part that we're looking at is how do we balance that? Being able to use that information highway, speak to each other, but also to show how we can write down and instead of elders. We are as we become elders, become a set of encyclopedias from A to Z. We experience life. How do we lead that set of encyclopedias?
Well, we are leaving that set of encyclopedia as orators and as authors, because that's what both Naeem and I do, and we're teaching the children that as well. And we've been getting so many requests from the children's parents. It's like, okay, so now we got to start with the adults. So that's what this flyer is about that you see on your screen, professional podcast training, because there's a lot of podcast training going on, but it's not done by professionals in media who have worked in media for over the last 30 years. Yes, sir.
Can we look at something? We have to understand too
Give me some more
that
tea.
we're teaching these children how to do podcasting, but we have to also teach them phonics, how to write a sentence.
Yes.
Write a paragraph.
Yes, because I'm learning these kids can't even write their names.
They're not learning.
They can't do cursive writing. It blew me away. I'm like, why are you all printing your name? Lord have mercy. Was this a learning experience for me?
I mean, lost art. But you know, Baba Kwame, I'm glad you're saying that about the reading. And I am really, really excited about what's coming up in December. Our dear sister Asada is holding another Soulful Chicago Book Fair at the Betty Shabazz School, December 16th. And we'll be there live with our third Saturday host, Deborah. And we're going to have our podcast training students interviewing some of the authors there at the Soulful Chicago Book Fair. I'm excited because they'll get a chance to be inspired by people who write books. They'll see the importance of learning those skills, being able to transfer your thoughts to a page and words where people can read and absorb. And they'll also be demonstrating what they've learned about how to interview, how to talk to people, how to get information, how to expand and expound, and how to keep people engaged. So we're gonna get a chance to expose some authors that have books you need to know about. And our third Saturday host, Deborah, she's got a series that she's introducing called Books to Read While You Wait. You know, she talks about travel. And you know how you wait at the airport, you wait at the bus station, you know, you're waiting, but you can be reading, you can be expanding your mind while you wait. So we'll be introducing authors that have something that can expand your mind, and you can be reading while you wait. So I'm excited about this because we get a chance to introduce some students that have really developed great skills. Like Zelda was saying, you know, you talk a lot, but there's a place for that skill. So these are students that enjoy talking, they enjoy communicating, and they enjoy exhibiting their intelligence. And they'll get a chance to interact with authors right there at the Betty Shabazz International Charter School, where the Soulful Chicago Book Fair is showcasing some major works. And we'll be right there live on the Female Solution. That's Saturday, December 16th. And we'll have Asada coming up in the next few weeks to talk more about that, because we really want to introduce knowledge that can help people, and our students will get a chance to participate in that process. So we are just so excited to be able to bring it to you here live.
I think I shared with you also the Black Educators Conference that was in Philadelphia this past weekend. And this is one of the key things that the teachers are looking at in getting more Black male teachers, but also in how we balance the education of our children with technology, but in being able to write and to read and to do mathematics, because the STEM program. And so this is the part, because we have to look at something. To write, arithmetic, and read, what is the first three letters of those words?
R.
To write, arithmetic.
Oh, W.
A W W
W
and
R.
you know, people call it the 3 R's, right? Reading, writing, and arithmetic.
The word I was sharing with is when you learn to write, arithmetic, and read. WAR, war.
Oh.
Ooh. Wordsmith, Baba Kwame.
And read. WAR. We are in a war for our children.
Sure is. Sure is.
Yes.
All my ink pens don't want to.
And it's real, because, you know, whoever controls the mind controls the future. And this is why, and I'm really grateful for Betty Shabazz International Charter School, because this is an institution that approaches education in such a different way. When my daughter was, you know, she was a toddler, and I was looking for a place that we could take her that would be beyond the public school system, where children fight every day, and all the teachers act like they hate their job. And, you know, that was my school experience for too many years. And we wanted to find a conscious place we could take her out. You know, I was thinking of homeschooling, because I didn't want her to have that same experience. And then a friend of mine from grammar school told me that Laki Matabuti, who's the founder of Third World Press, had founded a school, and he had a preschool. And so we took her to the preschool, and then they were just expanding to the grammar school. And so I enrolled her in New Concept Development Center. And then, of course, they founded Betty Shabazz Charter School. And I remember when Betty Shabazz, she was still alive at the time, and she came and she said she was going to raise money for the school and everything. And then, of course, when she passed away, they named it after her. And her daughter came and spoke to the students. As a matter of fact, it was her daughter that when she came to the school, she said something that stuck with me. She said, when you travel around the world, you need to know how to express gratitude. And if you don't know how to say anything else, know how to say thank you. And she said, I can say thank you in 33 different languages. And that stuck with me. And that's why we have that thank you at the end of the show, where we're saying thank you. 16 languages, we're saying thank you to our global audience. And we're greeting our global audience every morning, giving them a greeting in 16 different languages, because we want to reinforce the idea that we are family. Even if we're speaking different languages, the heart is the same. The spirit is the same. So we want to share those greetings and those sounds of appreciation with our global family. And speaking of appreciation, you know, when you show appreciation for your food, you actually raise the vibration of what you're eating. That's why you give thanks. That's why you say grace, because everything is energy. And here we are. We've got our students on the screen. For those who are on the Higher Learning TV show, YouTube channel, or Facebook page, you can see our students. They are you know, quite energetic and engaged, and they really enjoy the process of learning this craft. So yes, we're so excited to be a part of their lives, and we're looking forward to them participating in the Soulful Chicago Book Fair and interviewing authors and seeing themselves writing books one day. And see, once a child can see that they can express themselves and be heard and taken seriously, they get so much more enthusiastic about learning. It's not just
they do.
sit down
Yes,
and
they
let
do.
them do what we tell you. They want to be able to be heard. They want their ideas to be listened to, and that's when they feel valuable.
Mm-hmm.
So
And we listen to their voices. And this is one of the experiences that we had after the show, because we have pre-production set up, and then we have post-production where we go through the 15 minutes
evaluation of what they did. Yeah.
and evaluate what they did. And this is one of our very first students. His name is Jerwin, and we want you to hear. It's only 30 seconds, so check it out.
He was giving feedback on how
they felt like they wasn't talking loud enough, and they also didn't greet the guests like how we usually do. And like she had to introduce her, like she had to say, "I'm glad to be here." I feel they should have introduced her. And David wasn't really he couldn't get his words out as more as she could too.
Well, to their credit, they did the introduction, but for some reason there was a pause before she came on.
So you see how serious they are about this podcast, and they are not in there playing games. And Jerwin and Brandon, they were some of our first students, and they are on it. These young men are old souls in a young body.
Yes. And this is why when we share information with children, we need to listen to them.
Because they are definitely teaching me that to listen. This is not about me teaching them what I know about my 30 years experience in media. This is about me listening to you, because I've learned by listening to them. I don't know as much as I think I know.
But we have to remember, like you said about old souls, there are souls that more recently came from the presence of the divine.
Yes.
So they are coming with a light and an enlightenment that we will learn from, because we've been away from the presence of the divine longer than they have.
Yes.
So that's why.
And they are doing a wonderful job. So thank you, Jerwin. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Keisha. Thank you, all of our students. I can't remember all of them.
Yes.
Thank you for being the light, for showing me the light. Thank you for being the old soul that you are. It's 8:32. Zoe's back with us, but it's time to take our last commercial break. And if you are interested in professional podcast training, go to higherlearningnetwork.org/resources, and you can get information there as we take our last break here. And we'll be joined when we come back with Zoe Ma. So stay close. We'll be right back.
About finances, family, health, job, relationships. Are you in pain? Do you feel stuck? If you answered yes to any of these questions, help is available. Don't worry, you're not alone. It's part of the human process. You only feel this way because you haven't mastered the voices in your head. No hype, just down to earth, solid, workable tools and techniques that you can practice daily. It's really food for the soul. Whether you want to learn how not to worry about anything, without work, promote your products or service, or just make extra money. To take advantage of the deal of the day, go to zeldaspeaks.com or call 212-409-6619. Mention promo code the Female Solution and get free shipping. That's zeldaspeaks.com or 312-409-6619. Stop worrying today. Visit zeldaspeaks.com. Hi, I'm Naima Latif, executive producer of the Female Solution Global Radio TV show. We are a part of the online network of associated internet radio hosts. On Air. On Air empowers you with transformative news and interactive radio TV shows. This is such a wonderful time to be alive and to see our human family coming together as one community as a result of that powerful tool, the internet. We can now talk directly to each other all over the world. There's no need for conflict or misunderstanding. There's no need for violence to solve our differences. We can talk to each other face to face until we reach an agreement. On Air offers a fantastic global guide to communicators from all over the world who are using their internet platform to inspire us to strive to be our best selves in order to become the kind, compassionate, loving people we were all born to be. Once we do that, we'll see planet Earth transformed into a place of peace. Subscribe to the recommended YouTube channels, Facebook pages, and podcasts created by these Voices of Enlightenment. On Air provides daily news briefs and a weekly magazine to keep you abreast of events and opportunities. On Air news affiliates in television, radio, and print share information, insight, and interviews with notable personalities. Go to onaireverywhere.com for a daily dose of uplifting news. We're on air everywhere, online all the time.
We're on air everywhere, online all the time, as witnessed by the students of the Betty Shabazz Training Podcast number 11. I failed to mention our guest who they interviewed this week was our
Charlene Davis.
Charlene Davis. And just to let you hear just a few seconds of honey, these kids are on point. These children are on point. Okay, I need to turn up the volume, right?
Okay. So, start your first question.
Thank you for being our guest today, Mama Charlene. Can you tell us what is our therapy?
Thank you for having me. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
As you can see,
Yes, we can hear you.
there were some challenges there, but they handled it very well for this being their first time. So you can go back and see that interview. It's only 15 minutes. You can go back and see the.
And, 15 minutes might not sound like a lot, but one thing they're learning when you have to keep a running conversation for 15 minutes, you got to really be thinking on your feet. You got to, you have to be able to engage, your audience, your co-host, your guests. So they're learning, and every minute we've taught them you can't have dead air because people are, they're surfing channels, they're listening, they're, surfing the internet. And once you capture their attention, you got to hold their attention, which means you got to keep talking. And that's part of the skill that they learn. And because we're talkers, we do this like it's nothing. You never know what's going on behind the scenes. We're handling buttons and pushing buttons and turning on the equipment and everything. And we're steadily talking to you. And you have no idea what we might have to do.
Chaos and confusion. And I do believe, Naima, the reason why I do this so well is because my very first experience in secular radio with John H. Johnson, was the owner of WJPC Music.
Mm-hmm.
One of the hosts didn't show up that day, and I was there for an interview.
Oh, wow.
And they threw me into the studio and said, you do everything you learned in the studio, you can do it here live. And I was like, oh my God.
Live.
Live.
Which means you can't, there's no do-overs. It's live.
You can't redo that. So you got to go in here and do it well. So that's why I do what I do, because I was thrown into it. And these children are an exact example of that. And speaking of thrown into shopping, our very own Zoe Ma is back with us, and she can teach us how to get throw out our credit cards, because we can shop with cash, because the money is so minute that you're going to spend. You're going to like, why I didn't shop with Zoe a long time ago? Well, she wasn't here on the Female Solution. Now she is. So welcome back, Zoe. Thank you for joining us back here.
Yes. I'm so glad I'm back.
I'm glad to be back too. And you can mark your calendar. Put this on your calendar for Tuesday, December 5th. That is the kickoff date where Zoe debuts with Shopping with Zoe from 7 until 9 a.m. Central Standard Time on the Female Solution and the Higher Learning Network TV show. Welcome back, Zoe.
Yes.
I'm so glad. I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to it.
We're very excited too. Because last year we did something like this, and I wasn't aware that how much work it took, and I couldn't do it on my own. So I'm glad to have you as a forerunner this this year?
Well, we are going to do as a team. Because
Yes,
you,
yes,
talking
yes,
about the shopping internationally.
yes,
So
yes.
it's a little bit tricky, different than, you just go down the mall and start buying.
Right.
Be smart is we need to know how to compare shopping and compare prices. And also, yeah, the new shopping right now is involve a lot of technology in social media.
Yes.
And I think as we go along, we are not only learning how to shop, it's also how to do business in international trade.
Yes.
Every one of us going to be an international trader.
Yes, that is fantastic.
Yeah, so we're all going to learn together, and then we are coaching each other, overcome challenges. So we will get to the other side. We will be a successful entrepreneurs.
Yes, yes. And I was just talking about how when Atala Shabazz, the son of Betty Shabazz and Malcolm, when she came to Betty Shabazz charter school where we teach podcasting, she talked about how she travels abroad and how she learned how to greet people and learned how to say thank you in 33 different languages. And knowing how to speak, even if it's just a few words of greeting and express gratitude, that's so essential, especially when you're doing business abroad, because people need to know that you respect them. Part of business is the relationship that you have with people. The reason why they trade and exchange and you get a good deal sometimes, and so just having that global perspective, knowing that people who are overseas may have something you need and you may have something they need. So that's what this is about, building a global family through doing business. And it's going to be such an exciting experience because we're going to see those products that are out there. We had no idea they existed. We thought, oh, I need one of those. Oh, I could use that. And it doesn't cost that much. So this is really a great opportunity. And I was also mentioning, as you say, we're working this as a team. We've also got some products that we'll be introducing on Shopping with Zoe that will help in our homeless, unhoused ministry. The HLN network that is giving so much to those who need a helping hand. We'll be introducing this buying season our new coffee mugs that will have the Female Solution logo on it with all of our members of our team. And then the words on the back will say, I love you. I appreciate you. I thank you.
Oh.
And we know that from the work of Sarah Umoto that words carry vibration. So when you drink from these cups, you'll be raising the vibration of whatever liquid you're drinking and making it healthier because you've extended those words that raise your vibration. And so I'm excited about that as well.
I'm excited. We're all excited. I'm excited. You're excited. And we are so excited that we cannot contain ourselves. Grand Rising, Vieta Robinson, my sister from another Mr. says, Grand Rising Queens and King Kwame, thank us, United Spirits, for continuing the development of truth, love, and unity. We are the new CEOs. And what's that CEO, Baba Kwame? It is, he's probably
conscious energy organizers.
Conscious energy organizers. So you are the new CEO, whether you know it or not, because you have been given the opportunity to express yourself physically and financially because you have the connection here on the Female Solution and the Higher Learning Network with Zoe Ma.
Yes.
This is going to be an experience unlike any other. And why is that, Zoe?
Well, this is the first time, actually the world's open in front of us. We always thought the world is far, far away. But actually, with today's technology, it's right on our phone, our tablet, our computer. We are just a click away from all the resources over the pond. All we need to do just reach out there and bring it here to enrich your life, your family life, your community's life. This is time for us to work together to build out our communities. And right now, all the information is being brought to you now. Before, the information was kind of withheld from you.
Yes.
So you do not know what's going on in the other side of the world, and you are blind by this such of a blockade of information. But now you can just access that information at your fingertips
on your cell phone.
Yes. So we also going through our network. We're going to bring that information to you, and then we're going to show you how to access, and we will be the bridge between this world and that world. Together, we are on the same planet.
Yes.
Yes.
Mother Earth, we are together on this planet.
Yes.
So that's what I think. That's the purpose of this network, this show.
Yes, absolutely. And you know, wherever there's a problem, there is a solution. There are places that really need some of the products that are being introduced here, and it would really create a solution for whatever they're going through. So that's why we have to see each other as family, as brothers and sisters. When someone needs something, if you need something and I have it, then I share it with you so that your life is enhanced. So then you're able to contribute to my well-being. That's how we have to see each other, not as enemies or competitors. I want to have it, I don't want you to have it. No, it's just like circulating air. The trees give us oxygen to breathe. The tree is not my enemy. If I cut down the tree, my air quality goes down because they're providing the air that I breathe. So it's the same thing. Like you say, we're all sharing this planet. We're all giving something. You want everybody else's quality of life to be as high as possible because then they can contribute to yours.
Makes all the difference in the world. Makes all the difference in the world. And speaking of world, we've got about 12 minutes left here. If you are on the phone line and you want to comment, we'd love to hear what you have to say at 515-605-9325. Press 1 to speak. Area code 336-350. You're live on the air. Grand Rising, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Greetings, family. Grand Rising.
Is that Mama AZ?
Yes.
Hey, Mama AZ.
Oh, you have given me, all of you have given me downloads of confirmations like you wouldn't believe. And thank God, Brother Kwame, for just you being you. You and I have to have a reason after the show, if that's okay. And I need Sister Regina's, Rashida's number, family. I need to have a reason with her. And Sister Zelda, thank you for giving me Tilda when you said they threw you in there. You were there for an interview. I don't know why they gave me Tilda, and they said they just put you in the seat and said, do your thing. That was a confirmation that I got when I was in revival Saturday at Miracle Valley at the resting spot. I got that word of knowledge through Reverend Allen about the young people there at Miracle Valley. And there's another show that we must do so that I could express my downloads. But thank you, Female Solutions. Thank us. And send me one of them there cups.
Yes.
One of them there cups for my coffee, y'all.
Yeah.
All right, Mama AZ.
Right.
Well, you know, Mama.
I'm hyped up because I did a journey is there grounding, earthing at the stronghold. It is for the freaking bomb. Oh my God. Family, you have got to ground in nature. It's vital to the existence of us, you, and all on this planet. Thank God. Peace.
Amen. Thank you, Mama AZ. We greatly appreciate that. Thank us. Yes, and your cup will be coming as soon as we receive them. If you're enjoying the show, we are enjoying you as well. Feel free to type in what city, state, country, planet you're watching us or listening to. We don't know. We don't know. You know, there's somewhere besides us. Okay, let's go back to the phone lines. Area code 872-731. You are live on the Female Solution Grand Rising. What's your name? Where you calling from? Unmute yourself.
Grand Rising, Assalamu from Chicago, Rashida.
Hi, Rashida.
I'm calling because I wanted to ask, what's her name?
Zoe, Mom.
Sister Naima from my Ika's number and Mama AZ's number is the urgent matter I need to address with them. And I lost all of my contacts.
Oh, wow.
That's first of all. And then the next thing I'm going to say, I want to ask about the shopping spree you were talking about. What does it consist of?
The shopping spree?
It's a regular weekly program where yes.
Okay, this is not a shopping spree. Naima is
unless you want it to be.
Well, it can be. Yeah. With the money you're gonna save, it will be a shopping spree, but that's not what we're teaching. Go right ahead, Naima.
But of course, like on shopping shows where the product appears on the screen, and it will appear on the screen, the product that we're talking about. And then the three of us will be on to discuss its benefits, and you'll see the number you can call to order, and you will have an opportunity to order it online as during our show. And even after the show, of course, all the things will be on our website, but we will give you a chance to interact with us and talk about the product and order the product. And even for those who might want to be entrepreneurs and go into business, we can help set you up where you can sell the product wholesale if you see a particular product that you think is something you'd like to promote, because we can all benefit from the products that we're selling. So maybe something that you need for your household, or as a matter of fact, some socks that we're introducing that are good for your legs, your circulation. We're introducing products that are practical and necessities at a very affordable cost, and you'll be able to get some great bargains, and you'll also be able to discover some opportunities right here on the Female Solution every Tuesday, that's kicking off Tuesday, December 5th. And we know, of course, in the West, this is the buying season because people buy gifts. So we're coming right at the time that people buy, and you can buy things for yourself or loved ones, your household, whatever the case may be. So we're going to urge you to come on, and you'll be shopping with Zoe as she introduces some great products overseas that we have not even seen or heard of. Some gadgets, some kitchen appliances, some things that make your life easier and better, and they don't cost much.
Don't cost much at all.
Straight from where they're manufactured.
Right. And that's where they need to be from, so we can get the discounts that they got. 515-605-9325. Press 1 to speak. We're going to take a call as we take this question from our viewing audience, which will be coming up shortly. But right now, question for Zoe Mom. Most products we buy in America are made in China. Why should we keep buying them from China? Good question, Viata.
Well, right now you buy from the products made in China, but because you buy from the retailer, going to charge you premium, the full price. When the cost made in China are actually a fraction of what it is. Do you want to? Are you willing to pay full price for something that actually all the profits actually goes to the retailer at your expense?
Mm-hmm. At your expense. You said it. So does
So
hope
what we are going to show people that you actually go to the source. You cut off all the middlemen. What we want to do is put the consumer and the producer and much closer link.
Yes.
And cut out all the middlemen so you don't have to pay the premium to benefit them. You are the one, the money is from your pocket, you should be benefited.
Amen. Amen. Why are we paying? And we pay for it. We pay a premium for everything in this country because those on the socioeconomic lower ladder spend the most. We pay the most for everything. Everything. Because I go to all the neighborhoods in Chicago, north side, south side, west side, and I see the discrepancy. I see on the west side and the south side how they pay so much more for groceries and for gas, just the little things in life. When you go to the suburbs, it depends on which one. It may be a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. So yeah, let's cut out the middleman, Zoe Ma. I believe in cutting out the middle, because I ask myself, why am I going to the bank to get my money out and it's my money?
And then they charge you monthly to hold your money too.
Hello. When are we gonna wake up, people? Yeah. And Naima, Sister Vieta says, thank you, Zoe. Looking forward to seeing and hearing your wisdom every week. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Mr. Robinson.
Yes,
thank you.
It's going to be a lot of fun too. I think we're going to have a lot of fun doing this. And even after the buying season of December, it's January, February, March, but people need to continue to be able to get those good deals on things. There was a time when you did buy and trade from people directly, but of course the population has grown and spread, so people have depended on those retailers to gather up things. They buy them wholesale, they get them from the manufacturer, and then they'll add their profit on
for pennies, and we are paying hundreds of dollars.
Yes. So
this looks like an after show, Naima. It's 8:58. Do we have an after show time today?
Well, it depends on you. I mean, I can maybe spend another half hour. 15 minutes.
You too, Zoe. Can you?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's play our ending so we can say thank you in all the languages.
I'm actually taking my Spanish, so I can first say.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Gracias.
Gracias.
Press 1 now if you want to speak on the switchboard.
You can always reach me on my website at www.naimalatif.com. That's www.naimalatif.com. Watch our TV shows, listen to our radio shows, order our books, and be sure to get your copy of the book, The Female Solution. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to thank all of you who participated in today's discussion. And to our global family listening from all around the world, we say thank you. Our family in China,
Sheshe.
India,
Andaman.
Japan,
Arigato.
Korea, Kamsamida, Russia,
Spativa.
Germany, Danke,
Danke.
Poland,
Jean-Couillon.
France, please leave your message. Spain,
Merci.
Gracias,
Gracias.
Italy, Grazie,
Gracias.
Egypt, Shukran,
Shukran.
Madasi,
Madasi.
Nigeria, Italy, South Africa, Sri Lanka, Senegal, Geret, Kenya, Asante,
Asante.
Israel, Toga,
Toga.
Pakistan, Shukriya,
Shukriya.
Afghanistan,
Tashakur.
Saudi Arabia, Shukran. Assalam alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And may peace be upon you and the mercy of God and God's blessings.
All right, now we are in the official after show with our executive producer of the Female Solution, and that would be Naima Latif and Joey Ma.
Yes.
So thank you so much for hanging in there with us on the switchboard. I hope you have pressed 1 already, because at 9 o'clock they cut the switchboard off. So, all right. Take it away, Naima.
You know, I think it's interesting what Beata pointed out about a lot of products in America that are made in China. And we have to also look at why China has expanded so much in its manufacturing. And when you take the time to educate your children and give them the opportunity to create, then you will see new creations. So this is why the atmosphere in our schools need to be more encouraging of our children's creativity. We're made to solve problems. That's what products do. They solve a problem that you have. And I've seen a lot of different new gadgets coming out of China. I think, oh wow, someone thought of that. Well, when you free the mind to think, then you create. And so I know, because I have a niece that teaches in China, and they are very, very pro education. And they also are teaching because my niece, she teaches English. Her and her husband teach English, and they're preparing their children to interact in the global marketplace by learning other languages, learning how to interact, because that's all part of doing business. And so this is why we have to prepare our children to think globally, so that they can think of how can I create something that solves a problem in another place, like the solar panels. And I've been a partner in a solar business, so I've seen how that can really solve our energy crisis. And you have places that need that kind of help. They need that kind of technology. So when you allow people to create solutions to their products, then you open up the door of opportunity for trade, for exchange, for help. And it's so exciting to be a part of the growth that we're seeing. And maybe our children will be inspired by seeing all the things coming out of China. Because hey, think of what you can create in terms of a new product that you can introduce that can help people's lives. That's all it is. So we should be inspired by the fact that people are creating things that help lives, and they're expanding beyond their shores, not just keeping it to themselves. They're sharing it with the world. And that's what business is all about. And like Zoe you're saying, we have the internet now, so everybody is just a button press away on a computer, and you can
click away,
receive anything from anywhere. That's what makes business so exciting now. It's global. Everything is global now. We are one global village all over the world.
You know, actually, there's going to be a lot of opportunities for our young people to study in China on scholarships. I just heard in when the Chinese president visited the San Francisco last week, and he and then President Biden reached an agreement. I think in the next 10 years, 50,000 Americans, young people, will be able to study in China.
Wow.
So, you know,
wow.
I'm a beneficiary of such a program in the 90s. I came from China on American scholarship, study in the US. Now it's the other side. China is sponsor the young people here. Why I came as to graduate school, But in China, you can actually get your bachelor degree in China.
That is great. That's great.
Yes, there's a scholarship. They will pay room and board plus the tuition, so you get your degree for free. And
That is fantastic.
Wow.
That's
and
fantastic.
we need to have our young people from the south side, the west side, to take advantage of such opportunities. You know, if they are, I was just thinking about it this morning. If you are going an average school in the United States and you have to pay for the tuition, and how much is that the money cost you?
Expensive.
Go to China, you get it all free, and you learn the language. You learn this. You learn the how the Chinese are doing business. You bring all the skills and experience back to the United States. You know how China built China in the last 30 years? Because all the exchange, a lot of students went back to China after they studied in the United States. So they brought what they learned from the United States to China and built up China. So what our African American youth can do the same.
Yes.
You go to China, you copy what they do, and then come back to build up our own community.
That's what makes sense. That's exactly what makes sense. When you look at what is needed in the inner cities, the ways that we can enhance our lives, even everything from better use of the ground, the soil, the earth, more places where we can be growing food as opposed to having all these unused vacant lots, and we can feed people. And yes, and there's no need for that. As long as there's earth, there's a place to grow. And the energy, okay, there's solar energy, there's all kinds of wind energy. There are things that are technologies that are being used and enhancing life in other places. There's a solution to every problem. And when we are at peace, then we can share knowledge. This is why it's important for governments to the leaders to talk to each other. Because if your country has something that we need, rather than me trying to go in there and take it by force, why don't we just share? Why don't we send our students so that they can learn from each other? That's how you keep at peace. I'm not going to be bombing a place that I have students there learning.
Thank you.
So this is why we're creating the atmosphere, the mindset, the higher consciousness of how we as an earth family are going to interact. We're sharing knowledge. We're sharing information. We're sharing discoveries. We're sharing new inventions so that all of our lives can be enhanced. There's no reason for us to be in conflict anywhere. And all we have to do is think differently and see each other as friends, family, people who have solutions to our problems, people that we can help with our solutions. There's no need for us to be at war anywhere on the planet. So I am grateful that we're putting out this thought in the universe so it can spread.
Yes.
Be amazed at how people think differently when they're trading together, when they're sending students to schools abroad. I've seen my nieces, nephews, and daughter transform by going abroad. They see the world differently.
Yes.
It's just it's an expansion of the mind.
You know, I was thinking, if possible, we should sponsor some young people to go to, like during spring break,
Let's
break.
make that happen. Yeah.
We should bring somebody to. I want to show the African village in China. You know, there's near in Guangzhou where there's a village. A lot of Africans. They used to be African students in China. After they studied, they came. The China offers a lot of scholarship to students from Africa. And then some of them, after they completed study, they didn't go back to their own country. So they stayed in southern China, in the city of Guangzhou. They start doing business. They become a trader between China and Africa. So there's about 200 people, 200 Africans living there. And I would really want to maybe sponsor a few people to visit the African village.
Wow.
There,
Yeah.
to our people, from South Side, West Side, young people, they can decide, and then we can do visit some college campus. If they want to,
Yes.
they want to study in China.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome. We can do that. We can do
So
that.
we can go through the school. Another thing, I was talking to our alderman in Chinatown, and I was just brought this topic to her that we should be able to help the South Side and the West Side to build, the trade. And he was very excited with that idea. I think after New Year, I'm going to sit down with her, and then I would like to invite all the feedback from the community, how the South Side, the West Side want the Chinatown, the Chinese community in Chinatown to help, because they can really be the link between our local community and Chinese in China.
I think that is brilliant. I'm definitely all for that. A few years back, I was working with Rainbow Push, where we were going with busloads of students to different college campuses across the United States, and it really expanded their minds, seeing the possibilities. So we can take that to the next level and take them overseas.
Yes.
And they can even expand further. And it's just interesting because my daughter right now, the work that she does, she takes college students abroad to different countries where they learn business in various countries. So if they're going to, they're Masters of Business Administration students, and they're envisioning, they're learning, if they're going to be doing business abroad, this is some of the things you need to understand culturally. These are some of the monetary systems, all these things. And so this is the work that she does. That's why she's traveling to different countries. And it's a major opportunity for people to make connections, to establish business, trade, and even begin the process of being an entrepreneur right out of school. You don't have to work 20 years somewhere if you decide to open a business. If you got business connections, you can right now start your own international business, because you can be importing and things like that. And so we're seeing the world differently. And when you see people as a trading partner, you don't see them as an enemy.
No.
That's what we want. So yeah, I definitely think we can launch that real quick. And it starts with maybe some trips to Chinatown.
Yeah.
And learning a bit of Chinese.
Yes.
We want them to be able to show respect. And I think once they realize how easy it is to communicate in another language, to understand other people's culture, and then to be able to buy and sell and trade, they can see themselves being global community, being a part of a global community, and they can be ready to go overseas,
right,
and talk to the people.
Yeah, I think that's why I feel like if we can bring our seniors from the South Side, high school, to first Chinatown, then later we go to the African village in China to see how those Africans are establishing international trade between China and Africa. A lot of them, they are great businessmen. And you will see people with your own color can succeed in China.
Yes.
Have a life in China. Then you can see you can do it.
Yes.
In the United States or in China. But definitely, for those African students stayed in China and be the almost business, the trading partner between China and Africa, that's a great mission for all of us. And you see the satisfaction, and that's where you'll find happiness, because you'll find the accomplishment in your life. You'll have a mission.
Yes. And I think that will I think that's the biggest curb to crime, violence, and aberrant behavior. When you have a mission, when you have a vision of where your life is going, and it's so much farther than your neighborhood, when you can see yourself being an international business person, you can see yourself being multilingual, and you can see yourself traveling the world. And you can meet people who are doing that look like you even, and it changes your mind. And that's really all we need to do for young people who might have never left the neighborhood and they don't see any progress. If they can go somewhere else, we can change their minds. And that's what will change the behavior.
Makes all the difference in the world. Baba Kwame Sunhorse, you wanted to make a comment? Baba?
Yes, and life is a circle, and we have to understand history, because what she's speaking about, the African and Chinese, that was even when Egypt was in its heyday, and its being, China and Egypt intertraded back in the BC before Christ, and they had an exchange. And even you can look at Roko Rashidi did extensive history on the African Chinese, because they intermingled, and they were the melanated Chinese. And so what we're seeing now is a circle of life, and that we're seeing these two countries coming back together and the people coming back together, because this is part of what the raising of the consciousness has been, as far as activating our Akashic records and activating our mitochondrial DNA. And this activation has allowed the female to conceive that we need to come back together and birth this new union again.
Mm-hmm. Amen. You are right on target.
Absolutely, absolutely. When we realize that people around the world have interacted for centuries before our time, we see things differently. People travel the earth in ships and walking and modes of transportation that we're not aware of. But human interactions have been going on a lot longer than we realize. And things remain peaceful when people simply choose to share their knowledge, to share their creative products that they've made, to share their abilities. And this is it's interesting is that our very genetic makeup is a story of history. So when you see people with various combinations of the way they look, that's a story of people who have intermingled, intermarried, and produced different genetic combinations. You can see it in the faces of people. So he spoke of melanated Chinese. Well, when you have Africans that have traveled to China and Chinese who've traveled to Africa, and people fall in love, get married, have children, and our very faces tell the story of that history. And it's a beautiful history. So when we learn these things, we see each other differently, and we appreciate each other. We appreciate what each other has brought to the earth and the advancement that each culture has brought. Every people brings something. They have something that they have mastered, that they have developed, that they have created, that others can learn from. We were made in tribes and nations so that we may know one another. And so that's what business does. It helps us to know each other. It helps us to learn from each other and benefit from each other. And now that we've got the internet, you don't have to leave your home to go to China.
And I hate to say it, but I'm one of those people who like to shop and click now. I don't even want to go in the store. I don't want no parts of the store. It's just too much chaos.
Yeah. So that gives us the opportunity to each one of us have our own digital store.
Yes.
We're going to build a digital Main Street in our community.
Digital Main Street. I like that.
Yes. It's so amazing. All it takes is a bit of imagination, but everything is possible. And everything is an opportunity. So you think of now that, and really, we learned a lot of things from the pandemic, because when people couldn't leave their homes, that created an opportunity for delivery companies. And it created an opportunity for people to be a part of the economy by being a delivery person. So here you are now, a job is created because people need you to transport food from point A to point B, or go to the grocery store and take groceries from the store to the home. You have all kinds of opportunities that come about whenever something new arises. So this is excellent. You just think of new opportunities even for delivery companies because more people are shopping online.
Yes.
So that means if you are able to organize, what was that? The conscious energy organizers.
CEO, baby, it's the new CEO.
Your CEO.
Chief Conscious Energy.
Yeah, conscious energy organizers.
Conscious energy organizers.
So if we are able to think of ways that we can make it easier for people to get their products from another place, or better packaging, or whatever it is that's needed, that's an opportunity. That's another business opportunity. If you think in terms of service, how may I serve the public? How might I serve people? Then you can think of a product that's needed. And that's all business is. It's not meant to be something that's exploitive or makes people feel like they can't afford it because it's too high priced or only certain people can have it. The whole purpose of business is for us to exchange ideas and services so that our lives can be enhanced. And there's nothing negative about the exchange of money. Money is just simply the symbol of the energy that we're exchanging. So when we do it fairly, and everybody is able to get a piece of it, just like you circulate blood in a body, every organ gets a bit of it, then no one's angry, no one's upset, no one's feeling like they have to take from somebody else because they have what they need. That's all we're creating, and that's what makes sense.
Makes sense to me. Go ahead, Joy.
Yeah, we just exchange services and the product. You know, so this way during this exchange, that's what it's business about.
Yes.
You know, then because just like China, before there's no industry called just delivery service.
Mm-hmm.
It's a totally new line of employment. Now you will see deliver in China everywhere. They make your life so like convenient. In China, basically you can have flowers delivered, you can have anything. And that's a big industry. Then that's big industry, jobs for young people.
Yes.
To start, I think here the delivery service is so expensive. That the reason it's expensive because there's not enough. It's supply demand.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big demand, very few supplies. That's why it's so expensive. But if we can have more people getting involved in this line, everybody gets a little bit job.
Yes.
And make their day fulfilled. I think a lot of people in the South Side, you see, they're just not. When I travel South Side, what I see is, right, there's not as a store after store after store after store like the North Side.
Yes.
You see, when you go and there's
liquor stores. You see,
yeah, people go to drink to escape their problems, but they don't realize that they've created the problems. So that's why now they've got to escape. Right. So you have to inspire people so they can see that they're not helpless, they're not oppressed. They just need to use their imagination to create. That's all that's needed.
And then sometimes just go to see another society where how other people is doing it. Then they give you inspiration. Sometimes just staying home, the inspiration don't come by that easily. But if you go to expose yourself to a different culture and different world, then the inspiration will come to you.
Yes.
So just step out of your house and step out of that liquor store.
Well, that's why I think it'd be a good move for us to organize young people to go to Chinatown and understand how people took their culture from their country and recreated it in a section of the city, and then go to China and see how Africans did the same thing, taking their culture to another country and recreating it. So you can do this.
So they've done it. They've shown us already that it can be done.
Yes. I think that would be very inspirational. I think that would give them ideas. I think that would help them see themselves differently, and they can realize, I can do this too.
Baba Kwame
Yes.
Sunho, I need you to come on the line and give me liquor store. Oh, I'm sorry. He sent me a text that says liquor store. He's not spelling it liquor store. He's spelling it LICK-A-STOW. That's funny. I gotta put
liquor
that
store.
I want you to be able to enjoy this laugh too, because he is a wordsmith from way beyond lick stove. I was like, what is he?
But you know, that is interesting that in areas where people see themselves as impoverished, that's where you see an abundance of liquor stores, because that's an expression of hopelessness.
Yes.
I can't survive, so I'm just going to escape through alcohol. And so people will take their money and buy that. But what does it do? It gives you a temporary escape, and it creates more of a problem because now everybody's mad at you for being drunk. Right. So, you know, you might lose your job and all of those things. But if you just saw yourself differently, that same space where they're selling alcoholic beverages, they could be selling, you know, all kinds of kitchen appliances that they invented, or, you know, all kinds of things.
Anything
we're going to see on Shopping with Zoe, and you think, wow, I need that. And you can go ahead and order it right here on Female Solutions Shopping with Zoe, kicking off on December 5th, Tuesday morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Just join us. And when you see something you like, go ahead, call that number on the screen and order it. And you'll be glad you did.
Yes, you did. Yes, you will. Final word, Baba Kwame Sunny, liquor store.
The liquor store is a place in which they all up on the shelf is bottles of spirit.
I like that word, Smith.
Whoa! No, he didn't say that. Oh, there it is, right there. Baba Kwame, I must ask you. I need you to repeat that because somebody somewhere need to hear that again. Can you please repeat what you just said about liquor store?
The liquor store is a place where the shelves are lined with spirits. Mm-hmm. To lick those things that are stored inside of us that we're not comfortable with. Whatever it is that's stored inside of the person, they use that spirit to change the spirit. They don't know how to connect with the spirit that's there. Like I said before about Dr. Debbie Gray, psychology, the psyche, the spirit is damaged. And so you pour other spirits into you trying to comfort or to hide the pain.
Wow. If that is so well explained, because that's what liquor does to you. It dumbs you down and it opens you up to something that you might not want to be in a condition or a place, and keeps you there longer than you want to be there. Baba Kwame Sunhorse, we can always count on you. Thank you so very much. And we can always count on our viewing and listening audience. Please join us back here tomorrow morning with Jody Susan of Susan Essentials, and you will be glad you did. Is this her last?
Next Tuesday, and she's going to give you information about how you can join her during the drive time, and of course she'll be joining us on the on-air TV network. So you want to make sure you tune in, because you got to make sure you take care of those cells in your body. Join us for Self-Cell Care with Jody Susan tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. right here on the Female Solution.
And you'll be glad you did. Final word, Zoe?
Well, I think next week is Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. So I think I think at this time of the year, we should think about all the blessings we have received for the past year, even all those years. And when we count our blessings, then our heart filled with joy, not depression. So I think the whole next week, let's all reflect on the blessings that we have received. And I thank the Creator who actually grant out those blessings, even though we may not deserve. But the Creator loves us no matter
what.
Unconditional love.
Yes, go ahead, Baba Kwame, before we sign off.
And it's important, and everything is in divine order. Zoe's name and her bringing forth this energy that she's going to do on the show. Zoe means life. Here is a person showing you how to use your life and consume it.
Awesome. Thank you for being tonight, Zoe. We appreciate you. We love you. And we look forward to having you debut Shopping with Zoe Tuesday, December 5th from 7 until 9 a.m. Central Standard Time on blogtalkradio.com, The Female Solution, and the Higher Learning Network. Until then, we will see you tomorrow morning and we will do it all over again. So you be sure and like and subscribe on our Facebook and YouTube channel, Higher Learning TV Show and The Female Solution. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Thanks for watching.
Global Radio
Thanks for
TV
sharing,
show invites you to an invigorating conversation with our team of hosts Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Time. Start your week with Monday Morning Mindfulness.
Yes.
Okay. See you.
The Female Solution Global Radio TV show invites you to an invigorating conversation with our team of hosts Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Time. Start your week with Monday Morning Mindfulness with Zelda Speaks. Tuesdays, Self-Care with Jody Susan. Wednesdays, Repairing Broken Families with Naima Latif and co-host Kareem Hamid. Thursdays, Soulful Solutions with Dr. Debbie Green.
We appreciate you as we go out doing the higher learning hip roll. There we go, because you got to keep that body moving, especially.
The Female Solution Global Radio TV show invites you to an invigorating conversation with our team of hosts Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Time. Start your week with Monday.
Me, because I'm muted. In the words of Bugs Bunny, thank you. It was a great show. And thank you. It was a great show. That